Container Park in Sunnyside will be home to an outdoor concert series on Wednesday nights starting in July. And the organizer of Sunnyside Summer Nights, Keith Dundas, joins us now with musician Tori Morley. Good morning, you guys. Thank you both for coming in.
It's such a treat.
Oh, you and I were chatting yesterday about this event. There's so much to it. But before we get to what's happening on Wednesdays, give us the Coles notes on how this all started, because you have quite an origin story on it.
For sure. Just during COVID, my son graduated from music school at U of C and got a job, moved out. And one of his first, and as he was working, sadly, he had an industrial accident. So he was in the hospital for about a week, no broken bones, but he needed some repair. So when he moved back home, we decided to kind of give him a little lift. So I got a bunch of friends, my friends together and his friends together, musicians, of course. And we had a little Zoom thing where I was kind of turning people on and turning people off, and they were giving Tom best wishes and playing some music. So a buddy of mine the next day, that went really well. He kind of said, "You should do that again, Keith." And I said, "No." And then he sent me a logo and an identity and said, "Yeah, you should do it." So we started doing it and did it for 16 weeks. And then at the end of that, looked for other opportunities, and that's when I reached out to Springboard Entertainment at the Container Park.
Amazing. And then brought it outdoors. And when you brought it off screen and into Container Park in Sunnyside last year, you know, that was exciting. And you're doing even more with it this year.
Yeah, for sure. So this year I decided to make a couple of changes. Go weekly, which means we need a lot more artists and entertainers, and a little bit more organization. So we're very excited about that. Again, Springboard and Container Park said, absolutely, let's do it. So we moved ahead to weekly, so now we've got to do it.
Well, let's bring in Tori, because you are looking for local artists to play, but
absolutely.
You had your big break doing some of this.
I did. I actually started playing the Zooms when I was 16. And I ended up headlining around the same time I was playing the Zooms last year, actually. So
amazing!
It was really cool being able to start sort of in the basement and then graduating from that, now being able to headline this show that's now kind of a staple in Sunnyside.
Oh, and it is such a neat show. So you are looking for artists. What kind of artists, what kind of genre, and how do people get involved? Because it's not just one artist per week.
No, there's 4 artists per night. And one of the main ideas behind Sunnyside Summer Nights is building community, and building community through music, obviously. So one of the things we're trying to do is recruit culturally diverse music, get them on stage. So it's not an open mic, but if they have accomplishment, they got some facility with their instruments, we want to mix it up. We want to give people something maybe they haven't heard or that's a little unfamiliar as one of the acts, and the other 3 will be something that they're probably comfortable with, more familiar with. But I just really want to expand what we think community is by bringing in culturally diverse music and putting them on stage and having them listen.
And so how can people apply to do this?
We have, you can go straight to the website. It's called keithshootenanny.com. Because that's it was called the online hootenanny. My friend said, well, you should call it Keith's Hootenanny. So that's how it began. So it's keithshootenanny.com, and right in the center of it is a big button you can press if you're a musician or you have an act, and you'll go straight to a app called Stagehand.
Perfect.
Yeah.
Now, really quickly, you have so many people to thank. I want to give you a chance to do that.
Oh, thanks so much. Well, first of all, Springboard, who own the Container Park, we were the first outdoor concert series during COVID. So they bent over backwards. There's Rev 52, give us our great sound. So thanks to Rev 52 and those guys. Stagehand is an app that's developed here in Calgary by Derek. So thanks to Derek for bringing us along on that. And of course, Village Brewery has been around. So thanks to Mike and Village.
All the great community partners. Well, we look forward to seeing more of you on stage, more on these acts. And for folks who'd like to apply or get more info, get tickets, you can head to Keith's site. And that's where you'll find the link to Show Pass and everything else you need. Thank you both for coming in.
Thanks so much, Jodi.